What's going on, guys? It's Brandon again, and today I'm bringing you a new War Thunder video. I decided to drop this last video on you before I leave for vacation, going down to Oregon for Thanksgiving, visit my family, like I said in my last video. So I decided to drop another P-36 video on you guys today, due to the request from a YouTuber named Nichols. He wanted to know how to properly use a P-36 Hawk, and exactly how I use it, I guess. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Now, we're going to be taking a look at the level 3 and 4 P-36 Hawk. I think it's like the C and the G versions, I think. The level 2 one I'm really not going to speak for because it has the same maneuverability capabilities as the tier 3 and 4 ones, but it just doesn't have enough firepower to have any mention of it, I guess. So, I mean, if you're using that one, it's still great, but again, I suggest you work towards 3 and 4 one because they just have way more firepower. Now, when you're flying these, I also recommend that you're only flying a max tier of level 5, because anything higher than that, this thing kind of renders useless. I mean, it can still keep up with the crowd, but you know, by that time you're getting put up against higher level planes, and I don't recommend going up against any higher than level 5 with this thing. But anyway, the way that I like to use this thing is loops. Now, a lot of planes you can loop with, but this one is extraordinarily better. I think that this thing has better maneuvering than the Spitfire, to be honest with you. But the one thing you do not want to do with this plane is try to roll. Rolling is like, it's trying to, the best I can compare this thing to is rolling a B-17. It's just not going to work, and even then I think a B-17 rolls better than this thing. It's just so horrible at rolling. So, the only thing that I suggest that you do is you set yourself up for a loop. And, you know, this can be a sideways loop or, you know, just like a regular loop-de-loop, whatever you want to call it. So this is where this thing shines. Now, the turning battles is where you want to get this thing into. Don't rely on its speed unless you're in a dive, of course, and I don't recommend boom and zooming with this thing either. So, this thing, you want to fly like a Spitfire, but don't rely on the rolling of it. Like I'm doing right here. You see how fast this thing loops around? Dear God. It's just spot on for the rolling, and then I end up getting behind him like that. So, what you want to do, what I like doing a lot, is I like setting up for a head-on, but then I usually end up faking them out. And right here, you never want to set yourself up with a tail gun with these things. The motor is just so big in the front of it that it'll just get pelted. It's just like a sponge for bullets, the engine of it is, and I end up going down right here. But what I normally do is I normally do head-ons with planes with this thing, but I kind of fake them out. And I kind of do a half loop, and then I end up getting behind them, because I don't think a lot of people realize how fast this thing is at doing a loop. And, you know, right then you're set up behind them, and you're good to fire. And once you get behind a plane, you're basically good to go. Now, again, this thing can really tank out a lot of hits as well. So don't be afraid if you have a guy on you, and, you know, you're getting down to the last few bullets on this guy, and you're getting ready to take him down. Don't be afraid if you have a guy on you, because I haven't had a lot of problems with getting pilot killed in this thing from behind. So it's a really great plane for taking out a few hits. And again, as you see right there, this thing just shreds people to pieces. And you know, the armament on it's great, and it's just an all-around great looping plane, I guess. And again, right here, I set up for a half loop and then come back right around on top of them. And really great plane. It outflies most of the planes at its level for the turn fight. So again, things not to do: don't try to go on for a full-blown head-on. Act like you're going into a head-on and then loop right out of it. I think right here, I don't think it was right here or not, but anywhere, somewhere in here, I end up getting taken out by like a yak or something. I think it might have actually been in LA or something. I go for a head-on, and I don't loop fast enough out of it, and he gets me. So just remember, half loops are very effective. Doing a rolling snake, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you know, where say you're setting up, you're getting behind a guy and you're coming in a bit too fast on him, all you have to do is just act like you're setting yourself up for a half loop, pull up, roll upside down, and then just jerk down and head straight down on top of him. And that's another great maneuver to use in this thing. So I think I do it right here as well. See, this thing just turns on a dime, or rolls on a dime, and again, set up behind him, another great maneuver. So that's basically it. I mean, there isn't much to this plane besides looping. Just if you want to do it, go ahead and go into like a test flight or something and just practice your loops with it, and never get into a speed battle with this thing. Never try to speed away. If you have a plane behind you, wait till he's about, I don't know, maybe 60 meters out, and just go ahead and roll around, and you'll roll so fast you won't even be prepared to try to hit you. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I was some help, Mickles, and hope this video is somewhat informative. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. My name's Brandon, and hope you have a nice day.